Hello, here's Yongtao Ye, a postdoc in the School of Public Health at the University of Hong Kong. I will share a topic that checking SARS-CoV-2 evolution through phylogenetic analysis of global genomic data. Emerging infectious diseases cause a major concern to public health. They result in epidemics or pandemics. As part of response to their outbreaks, using advanced sequence technologies have generated mass volume of data. These sequence data provide much more opportunity for research analysis than before, but they may also overwhelm our ability to analyze such huge dataset. By genomic analysis, we can gain new insights from this big data to answer some new or old problems that are unavailable before. In terms of checking the evolution of these emerging inhuman pathogens, it urges normal methods to manage such big data. I will use SARS-CoV-2 as an example to demonstrate our practical new phylogenetic methods. Genomic contact tracing is a common way to study the spread of SARS-CoV-2. Use phylogenetic analysis, we can use viral genomes to trace the local transmission and the evolution dynamics. Phylogenetic analysis can also tell us what lineage of the new samples belong to. A conventional tree building method is combining our own samples and global reference sequence to construct a specific phylogenetic tree. However, achieving a global view of our own samples has become intractable due to the large number of SARS-CoV-2 genomes. Here, we direct a tool, TPERS. TPERS add new samples into an existing reference tree directly instead of the novel inference. TPERS integrate pre-computed ancestral sequence in TPERS database. Ancestral sequence contain the evolution history. Then TPERS applies parsimony criteria to search the best placement to add a query into the tree. Compared to conventional methods, TPERS increase the speed by at most 40-fold and reduce the memory usage by around 99%. To generate a huge phylogenetic tree with 3,000 taxa, TPERS took less than 22 hours and 18 GB usage, while FAST-2 was estimated to use more than 170 days and 1 memory usage. Four datasets were used for accuracy benchmark. H3N2 SARS-CoV-2 are similar sequence, while 16S and NDV are divergent sequence. TPERS performs well in highly similar and divergent sequence. With the huge phylogenetic tree, the second question is to identify our newly samples. The key problem is ancestral lineage annotation. Ancestral lineage annotation is to infer the correct rules for lineage when a set of taxon names for each lineage are provided in a given rooted tree. Suppose we have the ancestral lineage annotation in the tree now, say correct rule of lineage A at log 1 and B at log 4. To trace the evolution, we may know lineage B is descent from lineage A. Now we can use TPERS to place our new samples into the reference tree. Then we can know the lineage of sample 10 is B, because sample 10 is descent from annotation log 4. We direct a tool, F1ALA, for efficient ancestral lineage annotation. It uses F1 score to evaluate the confidence with which ancestral node can be annotated as the correct roots of the lineage. Lineage assignment can be seen as a multi-class classification problem. where precision and recall are two measures to measure the quality of model predictions and how well the model did for actual observation. F1 score is a trade-off between precision and recall. F1 ALA achieved an order of magnitude faster than other methods and reduced memory usage by around 88%. F1 ALA significantly outperformed MapUtilize and achieved higher accuracy on three benchmark datasets, which represent to a medium, large, and huge size of phylogenetic tree. MapUtilize is a current used tool in pangolin system for SARS-CoV-2. With this benchmark, we may have more understanding on their performance. TPRS and F1 ALA are open source. Please refer to their GitHub page and published paper for more details if you are interested. Finally, I would like to thank my teammates for their constructive suggestions and help.